All right, Coach, if you could go ahead and start us out just with some brief words, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Not a great effort. Obviously, didn't get off to a good start and had some lulls in the game. But sometimes in this league, you get one of these. You have one of these games where you just can't get it rolling, and unfortunately for us, it happened to be today. Let me backtrack and say I wasn't discouraged by our effort. I thought we were intentional about certain things, but we just couldn't get over the hump today. Just understanding that this was a tough. It has been a tough stretch for us. But just like this league, you gotta learn from it, grow from it, and hopefully we'll get going for next game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Let's go ahead and take a question from here in the group. Let's start with Percy Allen. Go ahead, Percy.
Coach, I'm curious about just your 3-point perimeter defense in the first quarter, and even in this sort of season, that it seems like there's been like a tale of two seasons there. Like in the beginning of the year, you guys were really great when perimeter defense, but not so much in these past 3 games.
Yeah. I honestly think we get teams best because, I look at the stats and things of that nature. On our first time we played Chicago, in like the last 5 games, Azure Stevens was 19%. I can't remember, other players hadn't hit threes, and there's just something about us and our defense that players kind of catch fire. And I think the first game we were attentive to Quigley, and obviously today she only hit 1 3, but it's others. And I think it's just a matter of being a little bit more aggressive. We weren't aggressive. We weren't physical. We were too laid back, not laid back. We weren't up on bodies, up to touch on bodies. And, against players and teams who play hard against us, we have to play hard back. And a lot of times it's whatever the scheme, the scout, the game plan, it's about just your effort in playing hard. And again, I'm not tripping about the effort, but just being locked in those moments and taking away certain things and communicating. And I think, we have to get better at that.
And just what happened in that second quarter where it was kind of close and things slipped and you guys were never able to get back into it.
It's tough when we can't get multiple stops in a row and our offensive possessions aren't as fluid and sharp. And I think that's what it was. I literally felt like everyone was hitting a shot in that stretch for Chicago. Candace was really comfortable today, and everything that she was doing as a playmaker, as a shot maker. And I just think we weren't making them uncomfortable and then weren't capitalizing off of anything. Feel like they scored off of all of our turnovers as well. And so it was a stretch of not being able to string along stops and good offensive possessions.
And then, Coach, do you have an injury update for Jordan Canada?
Yeah, we'll have her get reevaluated. It's a right knee injury at the moment, but we'll reevaluate her and give you guys an update pretty soon.
And then, obviously not the outcome you want from these 2 games, but what are some positives that you can take?
I thought Jordan played great today. I thought her energy, her defensive presence, she was comfortable attacking, hit a couple of jumpers. The positives within the stretch in doses and spurts, obviously Ezzy has shown what she can do, and I think it has to be by committee, honestly. And I like their spirit today. You know what I mean? I like their effort. It's just now executing a little bit better, but definitely liked what Jordan showed today and the effort. Trying to find positives too.
And then the 3 guard rotation with the starting lineup.
Yeah.
I guess weigh the pros and cons with that, because you guys did a better job against Copper, but then Candace just seemed to really dominate, especially on switches.
Yeah, I think you know, we're couple of things. Candace obviously is a great player, and understanding what we were doing on ball screens, we did want to take away threes, and that's why we were switching. We weren't switching anything else, but a couple of times we did get caught. And other day we did a good job of on ball pressure and guards just being up and being a little bit more disruptive. Sorry, what was the first part of your question? What was the first part of your question? Forgot. Oh, the guard rotation. Yeah, that was the guard rotation was specifically to help with Copper. And then it kind of got our other guard rotations a little bit out of whack in a way because we were so small at that point, gave up some rebounding because we were so small. But I thought Jordan did a really good job. Just her energy, getting Sue off the ball, I like that. She got some really good looks because Copper had been pressuring her for both games or for this game in particular. So I like that, but we were very vulnerable on the boards, and also, you know, we didn't have our normal rotations that we show. And so, you know, that was specific for this game. I don't know if I'll go back to that, but just try to show a different look.
And do we have any other questions in here? Go back to Percy real quick.
Hey, well, like obviously in this first year, it seems as if you've seen almost everything that a first-year coach can see from just everything. Now you've got your first 3-game losing streak. How do you climb out of this?
If anything I know about myself is that I am a resilient individual, and that's the message to our team. We have not lost a championship. You know what I mean? And this happens in our league, and you guys know historically in our league, teams kind of go through this, and unfortunately we're going through this right now at the tail end. But like you alluded to, we've had Olympics, we've had Commissioner Cup, we've had a baby, we've had a lot of that coaching change. We have a lot of things that's happened to us, and in order to get through this, we have to be resilient. Adversity reveals character, and I think, you know, we have to make sure we're understanding that it's not at the end of the world. Take it a day at a time and get better. You know, we've solidified that we are in the playoffs, so let's not even think about that. Let's think about how do we get better every single day.
Sorry, I think it's on me. Yeah, I was just wondering. Obviously, it's a tough locker room, and you want.
Is
And I'm
it
sure.
on mute?
It's on mute. Am I still on mute? Hmm?
Type it in the chat.
Can you try again?
Like now? Oh, that works.
Yes,
Cool.
now we can.
Great. Yeah, just one question. I know it's a tough locker room afterwards, and you're going to go into practices this week wanting to sort of reset mentally and emotionally. I'm just wondering what your approach is to the locker room after this game, and then going in tomorrow for practice to try and help the players get into that mindset of putting it behind them and resetting.
Yeah, what I'm learning about myself and with this team, sometimes you do want to go hard, and you know the frustration can build, and understanding that we're going through a tough stretch, but the message is always an encouragement, stern and understanding we gotta get out of our own ways and, not feel sorry for ourselves in any way, but figure this thing out. And what I know about playing is that sometimes practice helps just, to reset your mind, reset your mentality, your body, and get some reps in. And that's what we'll do. We'll go hard in practice. We'll sweat it out. We'll get it out through just getting better and working harder and understanding that there's a level that we can get to and need to get to, without, thinking about the past so much. How can we be better in this day and in the days forward ahead of us? But yeah, we got to get back to work. No feeling sorry for ourselves. No feeling sorry in the locker room. It's about getting better and getting to a position where we're playing better.
Great, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
No problem. You good, Jeff? You have one more? Yeah. The outlier. Yeah, definitely. One game without Suan Stewie, the other one we're right in the air. Came down to, giving up a three late, you know what I mean? And a couple of defensive possessions and not executing offensively. Again, with this team, that's encouraging. We can be in far worse places, but I think, we take a look at the film, we get better, we grow from it, but just knowing that it's us a lot of the times, and how can we get better from that? All right, no problem.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. All right, and now we've got Kennedy Burke and Carly Samuelson here joining us. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions if you are ready to go. Percy, we'll start with you.
Hi, guys. Is it possible to describe, I guess, the mood inside of the locker room right now? And, with like Kennedy, I understand that you've only been with the team this year, and so it's kind of hard to gauge that. And like Carly, obviously you just got there, but with this team, they're really not accustomed to things like this. And I'm just kind of wondering, how is it going on inside that locker room right now?
I'll go first. I think at this point of the season, every team is just like mentally and physically tired. And I think for our team, at this point, all we could go is up. We're going through a slump right now, but we could get better at practice. And moving forward, we just have to stay together. So.
And just this particular game, it would seem as if things sort of changed in that second quarter there, that it was kind of close that first quarter, and then that second quarter things sort of got away. Just from your guys' perspective, just the things you saw in that second quarter.
Just a lot of miscommunication on the defensive end. We really talk about that in practice because communication is huge when it comes to basketball, So like I said, when it comes to practice, we have to really focus on like us. We can't focus on the other team, I think. So yeah, I think communication is going to be like the biggest thing for us. And then just playing with heart the rest of the way. We got 4 games left, so.
And then Kennedy, I know this team really prides itself defensively. Chicago was kind of able to do whatever they wanted in this game, from inside and out. Like, I guess what made them so difficult to guard?
Say it again, I'm sorry. I can't
What made them
really
so
hear you.
difficult to defend? Because they were able to score basically any way they wanted.
I think they just played off of each other really well, and we just had a lot of, like I said, miscommunication points, and that's how they got their lead. And there were some times where we kind of put our head down, and that didn't really help us a lot. So we have to like remind ourselves like to keep our head up no matter what the score says. And then If you're on the bench, like give some sort of energy. So I try to do that. And then also like when I'm on the court, I try to bring like a defensive spark. And yeah, I just try to do my best, whatever, if I'm on the bench or on the court.
How important was it for you? I know like playing time hasn't been maybe as much as you wanted this season. How important was it for you to get some good minutes today?
It's really important. Like I always tell myself to always be ready when my name is called. So I just have to keep that mindset.
And Carly, how special was it for you to be able to score and get a pass, from your sister today?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to have your first shot with a new team going for sure. The way this game went, it was a difficult game. So I'm glad that shot went in. But as a team, I would like to get a win with this team. And I think it would be nice to like help us and get us out of this slump.
Did you see in the first half? I know you didn't play in the first half, but what did you see just from watching it? Like what was kind of going wrong for the team and how Chicago was able to get their big lead?
Yeah, I mean, Chicago came out hot. So like, they hit a lot of shots and we didn't. So like to combat that at the beginning. And then, like you said, they just kept making the right pass on offense in that second quarter. So like Kennedy said, like miscommunications, but Chicago played a good game. So.
And yeah, so you talk about that. They're red hot. They go 7 for 7 from 3 to start the game. Shot nearly 70%, I think, from 3 for the entire game. Like, do you guys just kind of chalk that up as like, that's not really realistic to like be able to do over and over again? And it's like, hey, they were just on fire today. Or do you like, how much is it of that versus, hey, we need to really fix a lot of things defensively?
I mean, like Carly said, they were hitting shots. I mean, everything that they shot, it was going in. So, I mean, we just have to, like I said, like next game, like this game is over. It's time to move on to the next and then focus on ourselves, like I said.
All right, thank you, ladies. I think that's the last 2 questions we have. All right. Thank you. We'll see you back here on Thursday.